Picked up a friend today on my way to school and started playing a song for him and realized I had memorized all the lyrics to the song. And I know that happens all the time, but this song's kind of special. So your homework for today is to go look up the song by The Exploited called Sex and Violence. And I want you all to memorize the song lyrics and come back to me and be like, yeah, dude, I did it. I memorized all the words. And then I'll be like, fuck yeah, man, now we're all learning this song. And then when we all hang out, we'll be like, you know what, let's listen to that song. What song? Sex and Violence by The Exploited. And we'll just sing it together, and it'll be great, and it'll be like a nice bonding experience. So I want you all to do that. Anyway, today I learned quite a bit about banking. Why? Because I've realized that I have HSBC, and they are going to start charging me to hold on to my money. I think not. Hey Greg, would you like to put your money in my hands? Yeah, I would like to put my money in your hands. Oh, okay. That's gonna be $8 a month. What? Your hands aren't that nice. I'm sorry. No, I'd rather put it in my bed, if anything. You know what? Banks, in my mind, used to give people money for putting them in the bank. Thank you for letting me use your money so that I could give it out to other people as a loan. And I will pay you for using my bank instead of anybody else's. No, all of a sudden now it's like, you know what, you want to use my bank? Well, rather than Netflix, how about you get a bank account and pay me $8 a month to, you know, put your money in my hand. If anyone online right now would like me to hold on to their money, you can pay me $8 a month and I'll use moisturizer on my hand and give it a much better treatment than the bank would. Promise. Anyway, what the fuck? So I've been looking into it, and I'm like, well, I gotta switch to a different bank, because there's no way in fucking hell I'm paying $8 a month to put it in your hands versus someone else's. So now I'm trying to look up, well, what kind of bank do I go for? And I'm thinking like a federal credit union, because like HSBC and other banks seem to be banks that are set up for business, but also has a personal side. Federal credit unions seem to be like set up for people, but also have a business side. So I'm not sure how I want to go about it. And they seem to be much better about, you know, hey, not only is it free, but we'll actually pay you annually a percent of your money. Now the other thing is, in America it seems to be shit interest rates right now, like 0.05%, which means you put $100 in the bank and at the end of the year they'll give you 5 pennies. That's good. That's gonna do something, right? Well, here's the thing. It seems my local bank, Federal Credit Union that I was looking up, is set up so that it pays dividends back to the people. So, like, by putting money in a savings account, you're technically like a partial owner of the bank, and they'll pay you whatever the board deems acceptable at the end of the year. And right now it's like 4%. And when you compare that to 0.05%, that's actually something that would be really cool. So I'm actually thinking about seriously putting my money, moving my money to this federal credit union. But there's so many things I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why I would go with this account or that account, and I don't understand like APYs versus like daily dividends or what, or there's so many like little things, and like when you look at two accounts, you're like, those are like the exact same, except this one doesn't let me withdraw very often, and this one lets me do all this other great stuff, so like, why wouldn't I go with that? And you're like, well, there's got to be a catch, right? Because it's by the same bank. So there's a bunch of things I'm like really questioning, but I'm thinking tomorrow I might, if I decide to wake up early, because, you know, I haven't been getting enough sleep as it is, I might as well just go down to the bank and be like, hey guys, I'd like to open up a new account and get some of that free money, right? Here's my thought. I was reading these stories, and like, I got this idea that, like, you know, there's people out there who just live off interest. And I'm like, I want to live off interest. That'd be great. Not having to worry about a job, but having a job anyway, and then living off interest. I want to do that. And I calculated it out, and I think I could like really stretch my money and get like a really shitty place to live and live off like, you know, $12 a day on food. I'd only need like $250,000, and then I could live off the interest every year. That is, if I could get this 4% interest every year. And it seems like most banks don't offer that. So, you know, I'm curious, trying to figure it out, but I just need to save up, and like I'm looking at it, and it'd only take me like 30 to 40 years to save up $250,000. So like that's not so bad, is it? And let's see if I can do it in 3. Boom, challenge accepted, but I'm gonna fail this one. Anyway, if anybody would like to send me hundreds of thousands of dollars, just let me know, and might be able to work something out. Just saying. Anyway, so I learned a lot about banking today, and tomorrow let's go see maybe if I could go try to actually force myself to do something. The other thought is that it's kind of late right now, like 2 a.m., and I might as well just actually get sleep for once, and then worry about a bank account later. But the other thought is if I set it up now, then I could transfer funds into it later. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.